All right, welcome to the Extreme Web Geeks Live. I'm your host, Colin Martin, and you can see me on that strapping young lad down in that picture, along with my girl, Vicky, who is actually not with me today after 2.5 years of sitting here with webinars next to me. She's learned a lot through these things. She's out at a birthday, celebrating her birthday with her family, having drinks and having fine steaks and margaritas and all this stuff, and left me here to work. Well, that's fine with me. So I don't really mind that because I want to make sure that everyone gets the training they need about increasing their website usability and opt-ins. So things we're going to cover tonight, I'm going to go through real live websites, maybe even some of yours. So a lot of you submitted some URLs that we can take a look at live through the site tonight, and we'll do that through the webinar. And you'll see I'll point out sites that I've never seen before and show you exactly what's wrong with them and how to fix them. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be great. It's coming up. And so I'm your host, Colin Martin. We're going to get to it. If you don't know who I am obviously Colin Martin. I've worked side by side with Tom Antion for nearly 7 years as his marketing manager and his right-hand man. So I literally stood over this man's shoulders and watched him make hundreds of products, do literally thousands of consultations, and I learned everything I could from him. We wrote sales letters together, read all his books in his library, and it's a great internet marketing to work for somebody so close. I actually would work for him 8 hours a day and then come home and literally work 3 or 4 more hours on my own stuff, till late in the evening. So this is, I'm qualified to handle this, and I want to say that the reason that I'm doing this in particular webinar is because I now have my own coaching program. And I do the same things with my clients as I did with Tom's clients, and we'll get into exactly what this in just a minute. And of course, I was also the head instructor at Tom's Internet Marketing Training Center, the only school of its kind in the world where we have a dedicated certificate and diploma for internet marketing. So I was really proud to work there. I worked there for 3 or 4 years, and then I went on my own into my own major coaching program. And what I noticed when I first started taking mentees that Tom had, we did the same thing. There was almost 1,400 mentees that went through Tom's program in the time that I worked there. And one of the first things that we would do is we would take a look at their site, whether they just built it or it's been around for years, whether it was cheap, they paid a lot of money for it, whether it's just a WordPress site, whether they've been doing this, making money or not making money. Basically a screen capture of 30 to 45 minutes ago would go through the site and point out different things. And universally, what we were looking for was usability, whether people were confused or not, whether the keywords in the right, things to be optimized, things that make a website basically, whether you've been making money or reason you're not getting signups to your newsletters or your service tonight that may be happening. And then of course, ways for your visitors to get around your website. It's called usability. And some people can come to these websites and have no idea what to do. It doesn't explain it. It's confusing. There's too many links. And we're going to show you some examples of that and how to fix it. And then, of course, number 4, how visitors can share your content. Sharing is how things go viral. It's how you can instantly have your visitors promote your content to their social media, their multiple social media outlets, and literally drive thousands of people back to the website. If you don't have sharing software, which is completely free, on your site, then you're not utilizing the sharing process and you're not driving as much traffic back to your site as you could be. And the 5th biggest problem is of course, creating a personal website experience. A website needs to be an extension of your personality in your own voice and with the passion of your own business. The same thing you would do if you were meeting a customer face-to-face or a prospect face-to-face. I have no doubt that each and every one of us on this webinar, and there's a bunch of us on here tonight, and I really appreciate your time for being here because I know that you're serious about learning this. I have no doubt in my mind that we are so good at what we do as professionals that we could talk face-to-face to anybody and almost get them to buy anything from us or learn to trust us and join our community or take part in our services. But when it comes to our websites, we tend to make these kind of business card or brochure style things that are boring, that aren't really a representation of us, and we may just have a phone number that says just call us. Those things don't work. And it needs to have a real personal touch and a way for people to reach out and leave comments and start discussions and really get involved in the site. And I'm going to show you exactly, again, how to do that on this webinar tonight. So also, I'm going to show you live examples from all around the web, and maybe even yours. I had a few of my community send me their website addresses earlier the last couple of days and said, hey, can you look at mine? And yeah, I'm going to try to get to everyone's. I don't want the webinar to go too long, but that's the fun part. You're going to want to stick around for that. That's the fun part. Looking at the websites that I've never seen before and just pointing out these things, and it's a lot of fun to do that. So we're going to do that as well. But first, I want to give away a prize, and the prize is my autoresponder training system. What it is, it's 10 simple email templates that you can use to write your own series of 10 autoresponders that launch when someone opts into your website or opts in for your newsletter, that they get periodically over 30 to 40 days that literally just drive them crazy, make them want to come back to your website to get more freebies, buy stuff, join your Facebook groups, all these things. And you can use it as an educational tool, as e-courses, anything. But I want to give away, it's a $47 email training program. It's simple to use, all videos that I recorded. You can watch it over and over again. So if you want that tonight, go ahead and put yes, I want it, heck yes, into the chat box, and I'm going to pick some at random here. Let me see. Okay, just if you really, really want it, put in yes, I really want it. Oh, everyone's saying, okay, got a bunch of people here. Let's see. Roberta says heck yes. Charlie, Keisha says yes. Perdita says heck yes, I want it. Katie says me. Everybody wants the prize. That's good. Okay, I'm going to pick someone at random here. Let's see. Let's pick someone at random. Sheila K. I'm going to, write that down. Sheila K. Yeah, okay. Sheila's getting the prize. I'll be sending these out tomorrow with the recording. So keep a lookout for that. It's just an email link. And let me pick one more. All right, who's begging? Bob says he's not going to beg, but he wants it anyway. No, it's not good enough. All right, Charlie, Dr. Charlie, I thought you had this already. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I'll give you one then. Okay, Dr. Charlie, let's see. Yeah, okay. Dr. Charlie, all right, you two get the prize. I was just going to give out one and give another one out towards the end, but, I'm being generous. I gave away two, so that's the way I roll over here. All right, I gave away 2 of the autoresponder systems. That's really cool, and stay tuned towards the end, because right at the end I'm giving away a couple more of these, so stick with me through the webinar. You're going to have fun with this one. This is going to be a lot of laughs, and we're going to have a good time. I want to cover, first off, big problem number 1, which is keywords. Now, I just talked about keywords a minute ago. What are the keywords? That's when someone searches for information, especially information that they need to solve a problem, often a question, or they're just looking for some kind of solution to a problem. That's mainly why people search for stuff, even if it's just finding a veterinarian or going out to dinner or losing weight or something more critical than that. They go to Google and they search for it. Well, the keywords are the phrases they use. And so they'll type in a word and phrase describing exactly what they're looking for. Then Google, in turn, will scan the text on all the websites out there, trying to find exact matches of that words and phrases and return it as a search result. Here's the problem. Your keywords are in the wrong places, meaning that Google looks for keywords and keyword phrases on your website in a certain place, and you may or may not know where they are or have them installed in the right places. Search engines like Google have to look for keywords very quickly, sometimes millions of websites in just a few seconds. There are prominent places on the website where Google looks first. I want to point those out. In fact, there's 5 big ones that I want to show you, and I'll point them out during our live website critiques. The first one being title bars. If you've never seen a title bar, whether you have a PC or a Mac, usually a tab is open. Or you can even see this at the top of the browser window if you're using Internet Explorer or something like that. But often in the tab, if you put your cursor over the tab, you'll see keywords, or not if you don't have any, but the keywords are in what's called the meta title. And behind the scenes, in the source code of any website, you'll see meta title, meta tags, and meta description. And in WordPress, you can install the all-in-one SEO pack plugin or the Yoast SEO pack plugin, and both of those are totally free. And they give you an opportunity to fill out the meta title, the meta tags, and the meta description. The meta title, according to our research with Tom and Gurus and myself and everyone else who's done the research, is literally 90% of where Google quickly searches for keywords, phrases to return as a search result. The title bars are in the highest area of the site and in the source code. So, and I'll point those out to you when we're doing our critiques. I'll show you a piece of source code and exactly where the title bar is. It's up really high before all the code, before all the videos, before all the photos, everything like that. And that's where Google searches first. So you can see here, there's an example from Tom's. This is Antion.com. You might want to go there later and check it out, Antion.com, and see that he's got 3 main keyword phrases that are part of his business: presentation skills, public speaking, and professional speaking. They're in what's called a meta title. And you can put 3 or 4 of these phrases like that up there. You don't want to put too many. You don't want to repeat the phrase over and over because that'll be spamming. But at the same time, you'll want to put 3 different keyword phrases in there that you've done your research on. And don't put your name or name of your business because nobody's searching for that. If they already knew your name, they wouldn't be searching for your website. They'd already be there. This is for people that don't know you, that are looking for your business. And it's strictly from matching up keywords. 90% title bars. And I'll show you that often some of the biggest sites in the world don't have optimized title bars, and they're missing out on a huge amount of traffic. Okay, number 2 is image files. Now this is really interesting. An image file, obviously whether you're using WordPress or a regular website, each JPEG or PNG file is just a picture that comes out of your digital camera or comes off a clip art or wherever the heck you got it, or Photoshop, can be named something, and usually it's just a big long string of numbers or something nonsensical like that. And you can actually save a JPEG onto your computer, to your desktop, and rename it with keywords in it, such as public speaking skills or public speaking tips 1 or something like that, .jpeg, and upload it back to inside your WordPress media library or to your regular website. And now when Google views the source code, which is exactly what they look at, they don't look at the website in the pretty colors, they look at the source code. Inside there, they'll see the JPEG files that are stored, and each one's got different keywords in it. Now, you want to use keywords that are not the same ones repeated in the title bar, but some other ones, some of your 5th and 6th choices of keywords, such as low-hanging fruit keywords or long-tail keywords, or keywords that not that many people are searching for, to give you a large, well-rounded amount of keywords inside your site. And Larry, okay, I got a question. Larry says, again, do you repeat, how many times do you repeat the same keyword? Do you repeat the same keyword in the title bar and the image? You kind of spread it out, and here is what you remember, that you should never repeat the exact phrase more than 3 to 6% of the amount of content. So you don't want to repeat the same word, such as public speaking skills, over and over and over until it's more than 5 or 6% of the entire content. Otherwise, you can get in trouble for spamming with that keyword. So you want to have 12 or 13 different phrases that you've done the research on, and we'll go over how to do the research here for this, and start using those and sprinkle those and spread those out through the image files, through the title bars. And then also remember, each page of the website has title bars, and they need to be optimized. So don't just do the home page and then the about and contact and all that stays the same. Okay. You can also, what you see here is this little, says book marketing secrets. Pictures can also have what are called alt tags. And what they are is they're for people that can't see, the blind people. When they go to a website, there's special machines that can tell them what picture they're looking at, and you're supposed to name these pictures. It's part of the Americans with Disabilities Act, but you can just name it to add extra keywords. So go into your media library in WordPress, look at one of your pictures, just click edit, and then you'll see over on the right-hand side a place that says alt or title, and it'll be completely blank by default. Well, you can fill in a keyword there and save it, and now the keyword shows up. You got an extra keyword inside the image file. That's a secret trick a lot of people don't use that's really well done in terms of SEO. And no, it's not spamming as long as you don't repeat the same word over and over and over. That's the big part. Hiding them files is perfectly legit. Also, did you know that Google Images is probably second most searched part of Google beyond the main web page? People search images all the time, plus Google will put up images in the regular search results 3 or 4 things down. And you can't find an image. If the image has no keywords in it, it will never come up in a search. So you can literally, just like Pinterest, put keywords in an image, have Google find the image, and people can click on the image and go right to the website. So it's an added search result for you if you want to put keywords in your image files. The second one, or the third one, is H1, H2, or H3, what are called heading tags. And that's just a fancy word for bigger font that is bigger font than the rest of the copy. So if you'll see here, there's like a title of the page where they just wanted to make some of the content bigger and stand out. And the way they do that is you just go into WordPress or your site and just highlight it and click a bigger font size. Make a bigger font size and then leave the rest of your content the same. Whenever Google sees a larger font with keywords in it, that's another place where keywords stand out. So you can see here in this example, it's perfect. The leader in media coaching women entrepreneurs. Media coaching and women entrepreneurs are both good keywords for this person. So they made the font bigger and actually put it in red. The red just makes it stand out more to your reader, but it being bigger than the rest of the font in the rest of the copy, it makes it stand out to the search engine. So H1 tags or heading tags, or just bigger font is what we call it, should have keywords in it. Another place is blog post titles. Remember that a blog post title can stand alone as its own web page. It's critically important to know that. And anyone in the world can come in from a search result through a blog post page and be on your website as opposed to the home page. In fact, most of the things I search for, I usually get blog posts. And then I go to it and it's a post, and then I realize that I'm in someone's website, but I'm reading a blog post. And the reason why I did that was because the blog post title, it was keyword rich and it attracted the search result. And Google loves blog posts because they are always fresh content. It's not a web page could be 3 or 4 years old and never been updated, but a blog post generally is something you do a couple times a week or a couple times a month at least, and it's new, fresh content. They know that, okay? So you want to put keywords. So look at this example from Jeff Herring's blog. Look at all the keywords he stuck in this blog post title. Profitable content creation. What do I do with my content once I've created it? So he put this big, huge keyword in here, profitable content creation, which is one of his main keywords, and included in the blog post title. A lot of us just name the blog post something cute, but we forget to add a keyword phrase, so you want to do that. So blog post titles, 4th most prominent place Google looks for keywords, and then the 5th is anchor text. And I'll show you sites that that we critique here tonight that people don't really highlight enough or the proper keywords in their anchor text, which are just the clickable links on your site that take people to other places inside your site. Or these links could go out to other sites, but I don't recommend that, because why would you want to send people out of your site? These links are what we use as what we call deep linking. So from my home page may have some content with a clickable link that takes someone into the store or into the About Me page or into my testimonials, or leading people deeper into the site, okay? But if you use a keyword in the clickable link, it stands out to Google. Not only is it an affirmation to click on it for your visitor and tells them where they're going and gives them an idea of where they're going onto the site, Google sees the keyword. So that href code that makes a clickable link alerts Google to a keyword. And this is another thing a lot of people don't understand. So usually we'll use like click here or see this or visit or something like that. And those aren't keywords. And they may go to someplace, but they're not keywords. So again, this is from Jeff Herring's site, and you can see that the keywords or the clickable links to different pages of his site in the body of his copy all have keywords. Traffic generation, online visibility, those are all his strongest keywords. So that's the 5 biggest places to put keywords in your website that'll attract traffic, instantly. In just a few days, when the sites re-index, you've got an entirely new powerful way to drive traffic to your website from search results. All right, big problem number 2, nobody's signing up for anything. All right, in my opinion, okay, whatever you want to take that for, capturing people's information and building an email list is the most important part of a website's job. Okay, your website's already going to have your picture on it. It's already going to be your virtual business card, and you've already spent a lot of money on it, and you've worried to death over it. Those things are a given. But what is the purpose of the website once someone actually finds it? I believe it's getting them to sign up to an email list so that you can market to people over and over again. Opt-ins are how you build the list. These are opt-in forms. That's how you build a list of prospects, because people will rarely buy from a website the first time they visit. In fact, they never do unless you're Amazon or Walmart. No one's buying from you for the first time. So if you don't capture their email and they leave, you'll never have a chance to sell anything to that person ever again. So if they don't buy anything, at least give them something for free and you try to get them to opt in. Here's the problem. Your sign-up form doesn't stand out, or your visitor can't find it at all anywhere on the website. Why is that? Let's take a look at why sign-ups and how you can fix this. Why sign-ups suffer and why you can fix this. Increasing sign-ups is all about bright colors that attract attention. I'm going to show you an example of it here in just a second. Also, opt-in forms put in prominent places where people can see them, which is up in the header or the sidebar. And also, they need to be above the fold. What is the fold? The fold is everything you see when you first come to a website without scrolling down to see more. It's just like a newspaper. It comes in the newspaper term. So when you saw the front page of the paper and then you open the paper up, what was above the fold was your big important stuff, and what was below it were little smaller stories. Well, not everyone scrolls on a website. So you want to make sure they see your opt-in and your freebie, your irresistible freebie, the minute they look at the site. And an opt-in form should also be on every page. I see a lot of times where we put it on the home page and it looks really beautiful, and then when I'm over on one of the blog posts or somewhere else inside the site, testimonials, it's out. It's not there. So out of sight, I might not get back to the home page, and you've totally lost the ability to sign someone up. Also, an opt-in should have real benefits for signing up. Don't just get them for another newsletter. Offer some kind of free gift or something that will solve their problems that they were looking for. No one really wants more information or just another newsletter cluttering their inbox. What they want is a solution to a specific problem. Does the freebie that you're giving away for an opt-in solve their problem? If it does, it'll increase it 10 times. So it solves problems and offers something that's a free gift that they don't have to buy or they don't have to wait for. It should be instantaneous. It should be worth a real value. Let's take a look at a couple of these. This top one's from Jeff Herring. This is in his header. And you can see you get 2 free templates, a way to increase traffic. Well, that's awesome. I don't even know what they are, but it just sounds good. And then here's an example on the right there of a sidebar one where you get a little free stress relief book. And then the one in the middle down there at the bottom is a pop-up box. Now, that's from Antion.com. It's got a pop-up box on it. I don't really like pop-up boxes. They annoy me, but Tom loves to use them, and he signs up 500 people a week over the regular opt-in because he uses the pop-up. So they really do work. So regardless of which one you use, all 3 of these are great. There's no one of these that are really better than the other, but you got to make sure that you have at least one of these going for you, a header, a sidebar, or a pop-up box. But look, what's the one thing you see here that kind of stands out, makes it stand out? They're bright colors there on the submit button or something within the site that stands out. I see orange, I see red, and I see yellows. These particular colors are not part of the original website theme or scheme, color scheme there. With Jeff's site's mainly kind of black and white with some stuff. That orange is specifically there to make it stand out so your eye hits it upon immediately looking at the website. So if you're doing a 3 to 5 second test of your website, I'm hoping that your opt-in is the one thing that they see first and attracts their attention to it, because in my opinion, again, that is the most important part, is getting someone to sign up. And then also you can see here that there's There's free things that solve problems, relieve stress, get more traffic, get paid to speak. Those are all things that people search for that are offering solutions to certain problems. And of course, they all have a value to it and look valuable. And you can see that it just looks like you'll get them instantly by using Get Your Copy Now, Download Now, instant downloads, all this kinds of stuff like this. So these are examples of good opt-ins. So in our critique tonight, which is going to be really fun, we're going to point out exactly which ones are the best ones on that. All right, big problem number 3, usability. Can your visitor get around easily? A website needs to have a nice flow from one page to another, okay? When someone comes to a site and it's completely confusing and they get lost, that could be a big problem because if they get confused, they're not going to spend a whole lot of time getting around from one place to another. They are basically going to leave. That's what most people do when they see a site that's confusing, they leave. And how is that working for you? It's not, okay? Can the visitor get back to where they first were? No matter where they came in at, and if they start going through the site, if they're unable to get back easily to the home page or someplace where they saw something they really wanted, or they can navigate back easily, they'll get frustrated and leave again. So you want to make sure that as they go through the site, it's going around in a nice circle where they're familiar with getting back to where they once were. All those are very psychological issues that visitors have that confuse them and frustrate them. Also, visitors need to find their information quickly and easily. Since we just talked about someone coming to a website because they're searching for a solution to a problem, you better be able to offer the solution to the problem very quickly in just a few seconds. They need to know when they first come to the site exactly what it's about and exactly what they're going to get and exactly how you can help them. Literally, in just a glance. That needs to be very important. So the more you clutter it up with flashing graphics and little weird extreme videos and little clip art things that dance around and this kind of stuff, you know, it's just distracting and taking people away from immediately solving the problems, and that's the reason why you have a website. Here's the problem. Your website has too many links, and confusion will cause the visitor to leave. Tom always told me the confused mind votes no. So when someone comes to a website and they don't instantly see exactly what they were looking for, or it's just too mind-bogglingly confusing, then they're going to leave. And if you've never seen a site that is mind-bogglingly confusing, look at this one. This is crazy. The Extreme Makeover Website Edition, winner of Worst Website of the Year here. I don't know where this site, I can't not remember where I came this, but when I saw it, I had to get a bit. There are literally just 50 or 60 clickable links in this thing, and I've never seen anything like it, okay? And in the mind of the person who developed this, what they're thinking they're doing is giving the visitor as much opportunity to get to all the pages they can. Sounds reasonable, except that's not really how it works. People only came to a website looking for a certain kind of information, whether it's a veterinarian or a weight loss or anything in the world. They're looking for a specific solution to a problem. And the links and the navigation need to be clear and concise and something that makes complete sense. Something like this makes my head spin, and I don't even know where to begin on this. And you can see this is November 14th of 2013. This is brand new. I didn't dig this up out of the weird pile. Came across this here recently. And you'll notice the links don't even have anchor text. They're all say click here, okay? And for the most part, this is just awful. And they really believed that they were doing the visitor a service. So you got to beware of things like that. So how can your visitor get around easily? Well, simple navigation. Also, make sure there's a home button, or that the header, when you click on it, takes them back to the home. That's something that a lot of people are starting to get used to. They just click on the image of the header up top, and it should take them right back to the home page. Very easy to do. Also, a minimal number of clickable links, something that they don't have to siphon through, but things that should direct them and flow them from page to page very easily without too much thought. Navigation should also describe what they're looking for. instead of just using home, store, about, contact, blog, stuff like this, name your navigation something that creates an affirmation or a clickable link that tells them going to get. For instance, right down here, and this is one from Tom's old website, antion.com, instead of training or coaching, he created be a speaker or need a speaker. Free articles, that's something people really want instead of just articles. Speaking tools is what he renamed it, his store. When people see the word store, they avoid it like the plague because they're not really ready to buy anything. But speaking tools, it's like, oh, I wonder what that means, and they click and then they see a bunch of CDs. So he renamed it things that are what we call conversion friendly. So every website I see either has about, contact, store, blog, and coaching or something like that. It's just little one-word things. Be creative with some of the things that you do in your navigation and create words and phrases that make someone want to click on it. So the confused mind votes no. So just keep that in mind when you're designing your site. Be very minimal and make it very click-friendly. Make sure that people know exactly where they're going with their next click, or they won't bother clicking at all. Big problem number 4. No one can share your content. These sharing buttons are completely free, and you don't have to have any of the social media that yourself. It's for them to share your content on their social media. So you don't even have to have Facebook or LinkedIn if you don't want it, but the sharing buttons give the opportunity for the visitor to share your content with literally thousands of their friends. So social media sharing is how content goes viral. If you ever wondered about that, it's not people calling each other on the phone and saying, hey, dude, you got to see this site. Go over to blah, blah, blah. No one does that. These share buttons are instantaneous ways to share literally thousands of friends. If no one is sharing your content, Google will believe that no one likes it. It's simple as that. And they will bump you further and further down into the search results if people are not sharing your content. If people are sharing content, they get rewarded with higher search results. Well, if you don't have the software on there or the service totally free, then you have no opportunity to do that. So sharing offers social proof. It tells people that they've been there, that other people have been there before you, and it shows that people enjoy it and they're getting something out of it, which is Google loves to see that as well. Plus, sharing can increase visitors to your website by the thousands. I literally can share a page of your site with my Facebook friends, and I might have 5,000 or 6,000 friends, and I can do it on LinkedIn, Twitter, and everything else. If I want that opportunity, so you have to have that. And here's the problem: you don't have sharing software installed, or it's not working correctly. So you want to make sure that it's on there. What are these things? They look like this. Sociable plugin for WordPress is the one I like to use. ShareThis.com is great for just traditional websites or WordPress as well. These can be placed on the top, the bottom, the sidebar, anywhere that's really cool. The sidebar ones move with you as you scroll down the page. I like these ones at the bottom of every blog post. Every blog post should have one of these in every page. You want to give, no matter what page it is, if it's important, people want to share it. Now, typically, they're not going to share the contact page or something, but they will share the About Me. They'll share your blog post. They'll share anything interesting. That's why you want to have interesting content. And let's take a look. Oh, don't forget the Follow Me buttons. These are completely different. These are not Share Me buttons. These are ones that you want to use to drive people to your social media if you happen to have it. So if you do have Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and all that stuff, if you want to build a community, make sure you've got your Follow Me buttons in a prominent place in the sidebar area so that you can get people over to your social media and start building a community of fans. That's what we really want. Eventually, people will only come to your website once, but they'll come to your Facebook and interact with you over there and leave comments. Sometimes over and over, months and weeks at a time, they'll be over there, depending on whatever you're talking about over there. That's a place to get into a conversation. It's very powerful. So if you can get people over to your Facebook from your website, you don't even need them back at the website. You can service them over on Facebook. Okay? So you want to put these in a prominent place, usually in the right-hand side above the fold of your website. Okay? Let's take a look at big problem number 5. And this is the biggest one. It's just no personal touch. I look at these websites that I get from clients and the hundreds and hundreds of mentees that Tyan is from. And we look through these, the no personal touch, and it looks like it reads like a business card or a brochure. It'll just have a picture of your smiling face. It says about me, what I do. It'll have a couple CDs for sale, maybe. It'll have an opt-in that just says join my newsletter. And there's just nothing personal going on there. It looks like a brochure. And people will leave their phone number and it says call me. You know, no one's going to call you from a website. I just hate to say it, but they're not going to do it. Okay? People don't call anybody from websites. Why would I pick up the phone when I'm already surfing on the internet? I can find the information. If I can't find it on your site, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to look at the next search result I got and I'll be gone. And I'll find the free PDF download and the comments and the things that I can do to get a solution to the problem I was looking for. But the personal touch is making a personal connection with your audience, speaking in a real tone of voice that is an example of you and your business. So your website should be an extension of your personality and at the very least your business, not just a dry brochure that I could pick up on a newsstand anywhere. Stuffy, impersonal websites create an instant distrust, a disconnect with your visitor. We've gone over that in the Stealth Persuasion webinar, if you've ever seen that. You see that just having no real emotional pull on your audience and your visitors, they're just going to leave. A personal connection lowers sales resistance if that's what you're into and builds trust and sign-ups. So here's the problem. Your site's written in third person. You're not even talking about yourself as I this and I that and addressing your visitor as you. There's no way to meet you. There's no video of you speaking. There's no interaction where you're helping people around, like click here, click there, discover this about here, be sure to visit this page. Lead people through the site, whether it's by video or even by text. Just don't write a bunch of stuffy nothing. And there's no way to reach out to you. Is there any way to leave a comment? Is there anywhere to join your Facebook group? Is there any way to take a poll or survey? Are you offering a poll or survey to get to know your visitor better? Are you giving them a chance to express themselves or to reach out to you? So let's take a look at a couple of examples. Online welcome to my website video is the biggest one. Almost every website I go to doesn't have a welcome to my website video. People want to meet you, especially if you're selling a personal service like coaching or consulting or life coaching or anything like that. They want to meet the person they're going to be spending money with. So a video creates movement and dynamic of and wakes up the entire website. The minute I get there, I click the video or it plays automatically, and you're saying, hi, welcome to I'm so glad you're here because I know you're hurting. I know you're looking for things, and I really have the solutions for you. Look around the site, sign up for this and that. I mean, tell them it's a totally dynamic tool, online video, totally free to create. You can do it on your webcam, put it on YouTube, embed it in the website, and you're done. It's very simple, okay? Pictures, static pictures of you from 20 years ago and 30 years ago, nobody cares, okay? That's just a business card. It's just an expensive business card that your website's turned into. Have some updated contact information. God forbid that somebody checks something out on your site like the newest weight loss techniques or newest tax information, and they scroll down and see that the website still says 2007 on it. Well, how do you think they're going to feel when they think that everything is updated or 5 years old? Some of it may be. You might have updated it yesterday, but if you forgot to update the copyright, then people get wigged out. All right, you want to speak like you would to someone at a table or a bar. If you're talking to a prospect in a restaurant or something and trying to sell them into your coaching, I'm sure you could do it because you're dynamic and you're personable. But on your website, it needs to convey that. So talk in your own voice. Use humor. Tell stories about how you got to where you did. Keep people engaged with interesting anecdotes and things that keep people on the level with you. Bring them in and say, I was once like you, but I changed, and here's how I did it. Spell it out for them. Also use comments, discussion forums, anything that they can get in on a conversation or ask you questions besides a contact form that they may or may not ever see the answer to. I signed up for, it said leave a question, and I went to the contact form and I asked my question, and a week later I never saw an answer. I've already done my business with someone else by that point. a comment or discussion forum can be more immediate, or they can just look and see that other people are enjoying the site. Also, again, survey, polls, anything to ask your visitors' opinion. When they leave their 2 cents, they feel better that they get to sound off, and they're also opting in at that point. Anytime that they fill out a survey or a poll, they have to leave their email, and now they're part of your mailing list. So instead of trying to get them to join another newsletter, ask them a question, or let them take a survey or a poll that rewards them with like a free download or a free audio or a free ebook, and build a list that way. So let's see what here. We're going to take a look at real world examples right now. This is the fun part. I want to answer a few questions real quick. Let's see. Should the share buttons go on every page? Gene says, absolutely. Okay. Sophie says, I set up all my links to open up a new window. Is that the best? Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I have a problem with opening up in new windows. In fact, sometimes it depends on what it is. They can find their way back to the original page easier that way. Okay, Richard says, I have Facebook forum on the website, but the posts don't show on Facebook, so I tend not to see them unless I check the page daily. I'll have to figure that one out for you later, Richard. Oh, you can email me later and we can try to work that out. Richard said, also, is there a limit on the number of keywords used on a page via the photos, alt, and title? Well, here, yeah, you don't want to use the same ones, such as presentation skills, 95 times throughout the page. You want to sprinkle all those different keywords, phrases, do as much research as you can, and sprinkle them through and mix and match them up, so that, Richard, the one phrase is never more than 3 to 6% of the entire page content. Okay, and if it's like 10 or 15%, you're starting to get to the where you're spamming the same phrase. Don't use the same phrase over and over and over again. But those are places to sprinkle what we call other phrases, sub-phrases, long-tail keywords, and low-hanging fruit keywords, keywords that not a whole lot of people search for, can go in things like the alt tags. All right, Cindy says, so is there a way, or would you recommend Comment Love or some comment follow back plugin? Comment Love is fine, Cindy. That's a great free plugin for WordPress, and you get notified when someone leaves a comment. Because of that, it may be quicker for you to respond. So you don't want people sitting there forever waiting for it. Comment Love, I highly recommend it. I love that one. All right, I'm going to look at some sites here. I had a little page here I'm going to look at, and I'm going to go to here. First off, I'm going to look at, these are just ones that I were told. I haven't seen these yet, so bear with me here. Also, the audio could get a little choppy when I'm opening up Internet Explorer and looking at websites. So just bear with me. Don't freak out and tell me that the audio's gone out or something. Just bear with me. And I'm going to look at Soul Felt. What is it? Corporate.soul-felt. Okay. All right. Here it is. So I'm going to take a look at this. And this is pretty so far. So I'm going to go ahead and point out a few things that I like about it. First off, she's got her good follow me tags. Let's take a look at the title bar area. You can just put your cursor over a tab and it'll show it up on a PC. So it says Soul Felt, both business-minded and a little bit out there. That's interesting. Here's her opt-in, which is really cute because she's got a little picture of herself on it. And it's above the fold. That's well done with purple. Kind of stands out. I like these slideshows because you're able to put a lot of decent copywriting in here that make people feel better. Let's take a look at this site more. See, what I like about this is there's no clickable links per se because she's using these modules. And these modules are really nice. Now she's got a video here that you can watch. So video and 2 modules, 2 different places on the site. That I really like. And then she's got some bottom navigation that's different than the top navigation. So you'll see that there's some top navigation, and drop downs is really nice. And you can see Hire Michelle. So she's using her name in there. That's really good. Testimonials. The Soul Felt Shop MP3s. That's kind of interesting. This is really nice. And then you'll see Michelle's story and the media kit. These are different. So there's an opportunity here to, while people have scrolled down, again, to follow, use the follow button so she can build community, and then start looking even more stuff, if they've been compelled to go that far in the site. These are really neat. What's nice about these slideshows is not that they just tell a story. When I click on it, it'll take me to a different part. Nice. That's something that's got a lot of great usability. I'm not confused. All I did is naturally want to click on certain photos. That's a psychological thing that people do that you want to keep in mind. Let me go over here to the question box real quick. Make sure I see everything. I'm just checking the chat box real quick in case anyone's got any problems here. Okay, I'm just going to get back to the site here. So I hope everybody can see this okay. And let's look at this site further. These are just testimonials. Those are somewhat okay. Usually it says clients testimonials, but I don't, they don't really stand out to me. This should have a picture of this person or a video or something like that. She could have done a lot more work. These are kind of, and she's mixed them up with clients with links going out of the way from the site. So if I happen to click on one of these and I won't be able to get back to her site, probably I'll be somewhere else. Those were kind of a bad idea. So celebrity pictures are always nice. So this could have been a lot better constructed in terms of the testimonials. Remember, testimonials are an extremely important part of a website. Let's look at her shop. Usually you want to sell things. She's selling threes. Let's take a look at what this does. Okay, this is first I want to point out two things. Again, done. Her CD is really nice because you can play a sample from it. Very good. And she's got pictures of them, which is really nice. So it creates a real product feel. And also I want to look at the title bar. It says spiritual gifts, transformational products and CDs, essential oils. Perfect. Those are great keywords for products that people search for every day. And again, if I click on this header, I'm able to click back to the home page. So I'm never lost here. I don't feel lost in this. This is a very good site. So I like this a lot. One of my critiques, I would go through every single page just to make sure any broke things like that are going out of, but for time, going whack, but for time constraint here, I'm just going to keep moving on. So I'm going to go to another one that someone sent me, lifecoaching.com, and we're going to go to that. And let me check my box while that's loading and see if everything's okay over here. All right, hope everybody's staying with me and can see these okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is kind of a lot of here. I mean, look at this stuff. This is not very good. It seems a little dated. Usually you don't want things crashing up to the sides of your computer browser here like this, because on different ones it could be cut off. WordPress themes can help tighten that kind of thing up so it doesn't happen. Look at all the different, all these different links. These are all links. These are all clickable links on the right-hand side. All these clickable links on the left-hand side. There's two up here in the top, and then there's more down the bottom. And then there's other little pictures, and then there's a couple more in the middle, and then a bunch more in the middle, and then another one, and then you have these ones over here on the side that don't even have anything to do with things. Oh, and one says top of page, so I can get back to the top of the page. This is a bit rough. And let's look at the keywords on here. Life coaching for personal and professional empowerment. Not bad. Could have used a couple other ones. Let's take a look at another page here. Let's just pick become a life coach. Just look at that. This is interesting. It's still kind of the same template. She needs to update her thing there. It's a year out of date here. Not too bad though. Well, it says become a life coach, but I just don't really see anything that tells me exactly what to do. There's no place to buy it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to click this or not. This is the confusion factor that I've been talking about. There's no H1 tags. This is not an H1 tag. It's actually just a bolded version of these. So there's no clickable links with keywords in them. These here in the navigation, these are okay, but there's just too many of them, and they're all the same color, and they just don't stand out. How to choose what is life coaching? We'll just take a look at this real quick. Again, it's just the same thing. That blue here makes it look like it's a clickable link, but it's not. So there's no clickable link here to anything. Contact us. That doesn't really, I don't want to contact you. Let me take a look what that is. Now you'll see that the whole template just shifted. Can everybody see that? This whole area just all moved over to here. And this whole area is dead. So that just shifted between, the template just broke down, so to speak. This header's not even the same, and now I can't click on the header to get home. And, okay. So I think we've seen enough of that one. Let me check. Let me go to another one real quick here. And these are kind of funny, I'm enjoying it, though. Everyone does their best. Websites are hard. A lot of this stuff is just oversight. It just becomes so overwhelming to do. A lot of people just don't understand it. Okay, let me check my chat box. Okay, how do you get H1 tags? Cindy says you go and highlight it, and you click heading 1, 2, and like just like okay. I think we may have encroached on the worst website I've ever seen yet so far. This is just. Oh, but it was updated in 2014. Look at this thing. These are all clickable links. All the blue stuff is a clickable link. Oh my, this is the most confusing mess I've ever seen. This is crazy. Look at this little YouTube video. It's like the size of a postage stamp. And I don't even, this is just, this thing, oh my God, I don't know what it's looking about. It's tiny, this is scary. Does anyone, I don't see what you guys think. Oh my God, oh my God. Haven't launched yet. Okay, let me look at some of these questions I have here. All right, so you're updating the copyright date, putting a note at the bottom of the page that's dated on. No, you just update the copyright, and you can do it inside your theme or your CSS or whatever. Just wherever you update the copyright, it's real easy. But this site's kind of scary. Is anything on that? Or I should probably just, well, let me look at one more page of this thing. Free secrets. I kind of like that. Do you see how many drop-downs is like this? Wow. In fact, this has got so much stuff on it to load. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a bit, I don't like it. Okay, this is just so sorry that it's just going to leave. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to read it in a while. Let me check the chat box real quick. Hang there, guys. Yeah, Sophie, yeah, that one was destroying my my stuff. Sound is breaking up. Definitely was on that one. That's really, she says, Bradley says, that last site was really a resource hog, slow to load and causes your audio to cut out. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you guys are still with me on that. Let's take a look at Richard's. He's on the webinar tonight. So let me take a look at this. I like this right here a lot. Richard, right at the very top, it says join 19,000 followers on Facebook and Twitter, and they're clickable links right out to your social networking. Very well done. That was the first thing my eyes went to for some reason. And you're showing that there's all these people have taken part in your services. Very good psychological ploy there to get people involved. Okay, very good. These are nice. Help a child. I like that. It's got a very positive thing to it. Of course, I want to help a child. Who doesn't? Okay. Follow us. Very good. I like these Facebook widgets because they say, sometimes I see some of my friends here, and that's very important in conversion. The tweets are great. Again, I like how this stands out. The yellow highlighting is a little bit old-fashioned, and no one's really using it anymore. So you may want to highlight it differently. This is your H1 tag, be a hero to foster children. That's sort of got good keywords. Just depends on your keywords and what they are. Your header is nice, very well done, but it should be a clickable link back to the home page. Let's take a look further down. Again, I love these separations, these stories here, but the yellow's a little dated. Foster children is a good keyword, so you're using the H1 tags decently. Donations is not exactly a clickable link, so you could have probably highlighted this entire sentence. be a hero to these children by supporting them through donations. Make that a whole clickable link instead of just the one word. Foster children is a clickable link, very good in the anchor text. This is all fairly well done. Oh, this is what I like. Also the comments, very good. Now I can leave a comment. I can type this in right now. And when I click comment, I've left a comment, and that's going to show up now on my Facebook page where all my thousands of friends can see it. Very, very well done. Updated copyright, very good. Extra navigation at the bottom, very good. I didn't see, though, let me look at your title bars here. Foster children, foster care, family finding. Very good, Richard. Dude, you're really on the mark here. The only thing I don't see is a place to sign up for some kind of newsletter or something like that. That should have been in a prominent place right here. The donate now is good, though. I don't know if you're trying to build a list, but obviously that's what I think is most important. That may not be the most important thing you're trying to do with this. Maybe a donation is the main conversion, so we can talk about that. But typically, you want to build a list if you can. It's very important to try to market to people later. So very well, Richard. Let me check this real quick. My chat box, I'm just trying to stay on top of the questions here. Could you use graphics instead of numbers? Yes, very good. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could have done with this. Very good. And got another color idea. Actually, not for the highlight. Highlight, you can just simply don't worry about it. I mean, you don't really need highlighting here. It can be, what you can do is you can make this red font and make this a little bit bigger font so that you have this, what's called a sub-headline, and that stands out. So what I would do is make the font a little bit bigger in this section, make it stand away from the other two paragraphs, and then bump it up 1 pixel height. So it's instead of 18 font, it may be 20, and that will stand out better than the yellow. I always like to use a red headline. You'll see that I do that in a lot of my stuff. Very good, though, Richard. Let me take a look at this site here. I don't know what this is. All right, everybody ready for one more? This is fun, I know. All right. Thank you. Let's see. That was terrible. Oh my God, that's going to blow my computer up. Oh man. All right. This was sent to me a little earlier today. And okay, that was yeah, that was bad. Yeah, this is nice. I like this one. This was sent to me by, I think, Barbara B, who's not sure live tonight. I didn't see, but she's definitely signed up for it. Let's take a look at that. Okay, these are nice, but let me look at your title. There's Wayfinding with Horses. A lot of people don't know what that is. Okay, that's an insight, what we call insider keywords that only you know about, or something that you may have created yourself. Your TAR really needs to have keyword that people are really searching for, and you do your research on that. So I'm sure that working with horses on a psychological manner helps do like lower stress, work with handicapped children. You know, there's all sorts of horse therapy stuff. I sort of know what this is about, but most people don't. And without the keyword there, I'd never be able to find this site, which is a shame because I think it'd service. I like the slideshow again, but the pictures don't take me to anywhere. They just show. That's an easy fix in WordPress by making just any of these images a clickable link. I don't see immediately any way to sign up for anything. Meet the Herd's kind of neat. About the Wayfinding with Horses is, that's okay. Events, king services, creative coaching. These can be a little more self-explanation in them. They can say what it really does spell out. Working with horses does on an emotional level or a physical level for people. I can tell this picture here is really nice with the bonding of the child and the horse. Obviously, there's something to this that needs a more clear explanation of what you're trying to do, Barbara. So, and I look down here. This is okay, but this is far too much content for a homepage. Read more now you want to cut this off to about here and then put the read more now. Don't put all this on here because no one's going to read it. And then they don't really want to read more now if they spent 5 minutes on here. This takes too long to really get the point across. And so you want to break this up a little bit, or just give people voice to read more now. Don't make them read all of this, and their eyes will glaze over, and it'll be hard to do that. Let's look down at the bottom. Here's your email me. That's all the way at the bottom. Okay, this kind of contact or email me or ask a question or anything like this, all the way at the very bottom of the site. No one's going to see that. Okay, that's the kind of thing, or an opt-in of some sort, you need to get up to the top part of the site. A buy now. You know, I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like you're even selling anything. It says writing daily diaries, keep in touch. This needs to be a link to a sales letter where you explain the benefits of what this really is before you put a buy now button on here. No one's going to buy that. No one's ever going to click on that. They don't even know how much it is or what it is you're selling or anything else like that. It's just not explaining enough. Get social. All you have is Facebook. At least you got something. I don't see any share buttons here. How am I supposed to share this content with my friends? It's a beautiful site. I know someone that I think would be that this would help them. What am I supposed to just copy and paste this and email it to them? Give me an opportunity to share this with my friends. Do you know how many more people you could get to this site if people were able to share this content? Don't see any of that. Let's look at a site real quick, and I'm going to watch everything's cool here. Thank you. All right. Just wanted to check the box, make sure everybody was still alive. Okay, I'm on another site or another page of the site. First thing I notice is that the content is all the exact same size, and this is hard to read. You'll want to format things a little better. You need H1 tags or H2 tags to make a title here for keywords, and then you want to break this up into bolding or different size, you know, break this up so it's easier to read. It's not that the keywords can't be seen in it. Here's some of the keywords: life-changing, finding your way with horses, master healers. You've got a lot of good keywords in here that need to be in your title bar. Let's look at the title bar, and this is what I was talking earlier. It just says services, wayfinding with horses, and your URL. That's the typical default of your title bar if you don't go in and optimize it. So you need to go in and change your title bar tags, Barbara, and make sure that you're getting more traffic. If you do it this weekend, you'll start seeing more traffic by next week. Okay. Okay, let's look at the pictures. I didn't look at the pictures. Let's see if it's got keywords in it. I can save this picture, and you can see that this picture is just a string of numbers. Here's the trick, Barbara. I'm going to show you something. Okay. What I do is I just go here, right-click, save as, rename this with keywords such as horse therapy. If I can spell it. Horse therapy. Okay, whatever your keyword is, save it to your desktop. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Re-upload it, the new one with the keywords and the file name, and this is what you'll see. I'm going to go to view source. I'm going to show you what Google sees when it sees your website. It doesn't see all these pretty colors and stuff. It sees this string of mess over here, and you'll see that right here and in through this source code, the pictures will show up, the image files right there, and things like that. So when I just saved that picture, I can re-upload it, and there will be keywords inside the pictures, and you'll have more keywords to this source code than just the ones that are not in your title bar. Let me show you where your title bar is, Barbara. It's right here. You can see it right here. If you ever look in the source code, just look at it. Services, wayfinding with horses, that's your title area, and you can change that in WordPress. I can see that it's WordPress because it says so right here. WP content means WordPress. You can go in with SEO Pack or Yoast SEO. There'll be links to those in the replay, and you can change the title bar. How did I find this? Simple. A right-click on an empty part of the page and click View Source, and then you can see all the back information inside anyone's site. So that's how I did. And this is, again, a lot too much, just kind of a lot to read. Where's a video? If horses, I know that you work with horses and children. Where's the video of them interacting? That's something that would just bring tears to people. Plus, you can use it on YouTube to help drive traffic to the site. Just a small bit of stuff that can be changed, Barbara. You could do a lot of work. But you have a year. You've been working on this site probably for a long time. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do. All right, let's look at another site. Oh, what's this one? Brittany. Okay, let me pop this in. Go to another site. I'm going to see real quick if no. Okay, great. Everyone's still with me, I think. Right, listen, no, not just because she's cute. You guys know me too well. I like this. I do like this a lot. This is instantly nice. And I point out why I like it. First off, the opt-in. There's two of them. Yes, two of them above the fold. There's one right here. Download 3 tapping scripts to lose weight and love your body. That's a great piece of copy. And download now, I'm sure, goes to a place where you have to sign up. You wouldn't be that stupid to just give away something without putting my email in. And then learn how to end emotional eating in this free teleclass. She tells you what you're going to get and how you're going to get it. And then you enter your name and email. Listen now. Very good. Stands out. This button stands out, kind of a dark pink. This is a real nice picture. I don't know what that is. Not doing anything for me. Look at the navigation. I like to see Meet Brittany or something along those lines. Make it a little bit more personal. Work with me is very cool. Instead of free coaching or help spend your money quickly. That said, work with me. Very good. Success. Okay, guys, listen. I don't know what that link is. I don't know where that's going, but it makes me want to click on it. Why? I don't know, but I just do. And that's perfect. You really want people to get into the site. And so she named these links very creatively. Find a coach, very good. Blog. She needed these very simple ones. I want to click the success button. I know you guys probably want me to too. See what's going on here. What happens? Okay, it's a testimonial page. Oh, so she hid the testimonials. Instead of just saying testimonials, she put success. Very good. And you get to watch a video of the transformation of people. Oh, this is really well good. And this is done very well. I love this site. This is one of the best ones I've ever seen. It's going along everything that we talked about tonight. If you want to see a site that you should emulate, the BrittanyWatkins.com is definitely one. So yeah, go to webinars a little freaky on going around to different sites and stuff like this. So it's hard to do all this. So you definitely want to go there, BrittanyWatkins.com. You can see it up there. So that site, I think that site has about 99% of everything that I was trying to cover here. The alt tags, H1 tags, title tags, the share me buttons, the follow me buttons. Wait a minute. I didn't see any share me buttons. Let me go to her blog. That's usually where they're at. And I'm going to look. There they are. All right. Well, that's a really, really good site, guys. I really like that. I have time for one or two more. Let me see if I can find one on here. Tom says he's sick of GoToWebinar because it's expensive and has so many problems. I'm trying to do the Google Hangouts, but talk about confusing. I mean, it's free, but what a learning curve on that. Tom says, oh, you just said, have you ever tried Google Hangout? Mike for Sam product. Yeah, I've got the new, Tom, I've got the new Webinar Jam thing. It's really cool, but I haven't figured it all out yet. So, Dr. Charlie, okay, drcharlie.com. She's been bugging me about this. I'm just going to go ahead and look at it. Oh, Charlie, why do you do this to me, my love? All right. Let's see what's going on. Let me get back into peak mode here. Ooh, there's Dr. Charlie. Check her out. Not bad. Ooh, nice. Like this. I like this voice message. That's a new thing that a lot of people are using. I like that. Very well done. I like all these about Dr. Charlie. Mentorship opportunities. These aren't bad. These are very simple. Okay. You've got your search site is really nice for something that you have a lot of resources for, like you do with all these sex tips. And then you've got the follow me buttons. Perfect. And you do have some keywords in here. These aren't too bad. This font is a little big and kind of bright. You could probably get a little bit more content in there if you just shrunk it down a tiny bit. It doesn't need to be like for old people. I know I'm going blind, but Jesus. And then whenever you got so many different pages, Doctor, that if I could click on the picture here, that should take me back to the home page. So you might want to fix that. Let me join Dr. Charlie's newsletter. No, I don't think I will. Well, first you're telling me to sign up for a newsletter, then you're telling me I'm getting a free gift. Which one is it? Dr. Charlie, I'm going to see what you got to say about that. I guess you're not talking right now. Anyway, yeah, tell me what the gift is going to be. You have all this room here to say the 365 free tickets that I can give to my wife to get weird sexual things from her. That's what I want. Things like that. Tell me what I'm going to get, sign me up for a free gift. You haven't told me anything. So that needs to be fixed. Okay. Your opt-ins, they could be a lot better. I do like these graphics that are embedded in the sides. These are very well done. These widgets to Amazon, very well done. Always good for recent posts. Whenever you're doing anything like a blog post here with a clickable link, put more keywords in here. Just don't leave that like that no one's searching for things like that. So you could use keywords here like the BDSM and workshops and male dominance and submission. Those are your keywords. Put them in here. Okay. You scroll down, good. You've got your comments. People leave comments. I can comment. That's pretty neat. And then I like these different things here, like these ads. A lot of people stick too much of these ads up into the sidebar area, and they're better to put down to where I'm going to discover them as like little gems. And so that's a little bit well done. Then you've got the follow buttons. Let's see what else. I'm going to go to another page. I'm going to do e-courses. Sign up today for e-courses. Instead of getting me to click out, you may want to actually put the form here. It makes it a little bit easier because one more click keeps conversion down. So literally out of 100 people, instead of getting 10 signups, you're going to get 4 because you made someone click out to a different place. Leave a reply. That's good. This isn't too bad. Let me look at your e-courses created by Dr. Charlie Ferrer. Okay. Let me go back to your home page and look at in your meta title bar. Dr. Charlie Ferrer. That's, you've got to add more keywords, Charlie. Your name is not a keyword. You already use your site to brand yourself, but use the meta title keywords to attract people that don't know you and they're looking for this information. Okay, it's critical, Charlie, that you get the keywords in that meta title. I'm telling you, it's 90% of all the traffic search engines they're looking for. Okay, don't put your name up there. No one's searching for you. If they already know you, they'd already be here. Okay, so don't be fooled by that. Okay, that's something you really have to do. I don't know how many times I've told you that. All right, she's laughing. That's good. Lynn says, just got on critiques are great. This is so informative. Thank you. With my site, and I'll be sure to watch the replay. Yes, I'll be sending out that tomorrow sometime. All right. Does anybody got? Oh, don't make excuses, Charlie. He's saying it's a new site. It's only 2 months old. It's like only 2 months old. Oh, come on. Don't submit it to everyone. Well, I guess you're pretty brave for doing that. I'll congratulate you. I'm going to clap for Charlie. She put a new site up there that isn't even finished. That takes some balls, so to speak. All right. Typos are a big pet peeve for me, says Sophie. Yeah, especially with me, like I'm a copywriter, I got to make sure that the misspellings I've seen on sites instantly turn me off. I know exactly what you mean. And check out the 6 365 sex tips. I'll do that in a little bit, Charlie, in my private time. All right, I'm going to go for one more before I get out of here and move on. I'm going to stick around. I'm giving away the prizes. Let me see if I can find another site here that I can critique really good. Let's see. This is interesting. Let me look through this. Okay, since I don't know what the G2 experience is exactly, I want to know what it is. The only way I'm going to discover that, or we would even have landed here, is by keywords that I was searching for. So the first place I'm going to look is the keywords in the title bar. The gateway to global markets. That's not really telling me anything. That's not keywords that I would use. I'm still unsure as to what is. But let me take. I'm going to go somewhere that I've been talking about, or people have been talking here, some other big guru people have been putting on a very similar webinar to this with critiques, and they call it the 3-second website test. And I like that idea, the 3-second test. Something like this, you're making me have to learn more about it. I don't see exactly what it is within a few seconds. And I don't know what I'm missing here, but maybe I'm just not supposed to be here or something, or for a specific niche of people. But I don't what it's about, and you don't have any keywords in the title bar that really give me any idea. What's the benefits? What is the solutions? What are these things that I'm supposed to be learning very easily? And then where are the keywords on here? Rich networking and global business hub. Now I'm starting to understand it, but this is way past it. This is going home. Very good. Let's see these pictures. You can click on these. I wonder where these go. It's just a loop, and you don't really want to do that. You don't want loops that go back to the same link. You want to link, what we call deep link, into the site. Some of these pictures should be going into some of these areas. So let's take a look at an area. Okay. Whenever you've got keywords here in these H1 tags, but unfortunately not copy. This is not copy or text. It's a picture. Okay. So the search engines can't read any of these keywords. Now I'm seeing keywords all through here, and Google cannot see any of this in this picture. So you're only going to see what's in a photo. So you can see that there's no keywords in there. It's just gobbledygook graphic talk. All right. So all the words on this entire page have been wasted in terms of search engine results. So keep in mind that when you're doing these pictures, text to pictures, 4 key components, that's your H1 tag, and there's no keywords in it. Look up here, key components for global business expansion. Those aren't, you can add more keywords to that. Those aren't bad, but you can add 3 or 4 more words or phrases to that title bar, kind of max it out a little. I don't see a place to sign up for anything. I don't see a place to leave my email. I see any share buttons. Let me see if I saw that on the home page. Yeah, they're way down here. I would move them somewhere up in here. And let me just do this real quick, and then I give away the prizes. So everybody stay tuned. Interesting. WordPress. Free newsletter. Not too bad. Would move it, though, to the area here and down. Let me look at your keywords. Composting. Clever composting, clever composting, clever composting. That'll get you banned by Google. You want to be careful of that. Don't repeat the same exact phrase in the title bar or you'll be banned. Okay? Be careful of that. Welcome to the world of waste and worm. That's interesting. That's an H1 tag or H2 tag. You could have used better keywords there. Learning how to compost, that's a good keyword. This isn't too bad, really. And you got your share button. Good. You updated it 2014. That's my pet peeve. Thank you. And you've got, those are interesting. Those are blog posts categories. It looks like you just repeated this picture twice. Try to avoid redundancies because it gets on people's nerves, not just mine. You see how it says different ways in your clickable. You need to go make this the whole link, how to compost in different ways, because different ways is not a keyword. How to compost in different ways is a searchable phrase. So you get that part? Okay. Also make this a little bit bigger because it's hard to read. And then don't underline things that aren't a clickable link because it makes me think that it is. Okay. And then when it's broken, I get upset. So you can healthy plants. That's an okay keyword, but producing strong healthy plants is a better keyword. Okay. So make your clickable links have better phrases in them. And we'll go to compost gardening, see what this is. I don't see buttons to follow you on Facebook. I guess that's here. Well, that's some other site, but make sure I can join somewhere on your Facebook page. That's what I'd really like to do instead of read all this because I don't have the time to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of, you can break this stuff up. Best advantage, not good. Okay, garden composting, choose the method that suits you. Clever composting, clever composting. Now, those could be a little bit stronger. So do your search at keywords by and go in and change these title bars. And then, you know, I'd like to see video of how you do this. Pictures don't really do anything for me. A video of how to do it's going to be. And I'll keep coming back here to watch these videos, so it's very important. Let me see your picture. Isn't it? Tumblr. Nope. You can add keywords. Remember, add keywords to the audio files or the JPEGs here, and all stuff. So what we're going to do is I need to go ahead and go to and give away some more prizes real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed this and the situation here. Let me see. Questions back. Okay. Hope everybody's still with me. Bradley says, terrific info. Thanks. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. So I want to go ahead and pay a couple more prizes. But the first thing is I want to give you another chance for another poll. So what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and launch the poll. And the question is, now do you know more ways to get visitors to your website? And if you know how to get them there, do you know how to comfortably lead them around a little bit? And I want you to either answer yes, no, or only if the internet fairy hits me over the head. So I'll give you a few seconds for everyone to answer that poll there and see if you got anything out of this. And just go ahead and click right on the poll itself. If you haven't seen that, you can click right on the poll itself. And oh my goodness, 97% yes. I'm going to show you this. This is great. All right. Let me, wow. Thank you so much. Let me see what's going on here. All right, I'm going to get your votes in. I'm going to close this out in just 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to close, and then I'm going to share the results. Look at this. Oh, thank you. 97% said yes, you learned something tonight. Thank you, because I hated to sit here and waste your time, and I'm glad I didn't. So that's really great. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That makes me very happy. All right, I want to give away some prizes, but first I want to ask you a couple, or ask you a question here. What else do you need to know? All right, we went through a lot of stuff here. Remember the 5 big problems, but that's not everything. Okay, there's also a few things I wish I could have gotten time to talk to you about, but I can't. But maybe on another webinar. For instance, where to put videos on the website. We talked about the welcome page, but there's some other places to do it as well that make a huge impact on your views and people sharing your information. Also, there's small mistakes all through websites, especially broken links and links that go to bad pages that can get you banned by Google. And I'm very serious about that. It happens. I've seen it happen a number of times to people. Also, how to keep your visitor from getting lost. After they've gotten 6 or 7 pages in there, there's certain breadcrumbs, as we call them, that can lead people to not just back to the home page like we showed you, but to conversion, to actually start to make, if they've gone 6 or 7 pages in, then they're interested. So now's the time to make the kill, okay? Also, there's copywriting techniques. You know, guys know that I'm into copywriting, and I can give you some that make people love you and buy from you. We didn't even get a chance to get into that tonight, but if you've seen the self-persuasion webinar, you know that there's a lot to that. Also, what keywords will bring you the most traffic? There's all sorts of SEO tricks, tips, and research that you can do, and how to make your blog posts conversion friendly. There's certain links you can put in your blog post right at the juiciest parts of the copy that get them to buy or sign up for something. Instead of just writing the blog post and letting them read it, you can actually get them to have a big conversion on that. All right, well, you're one of the lucky ones. Everyone here is a lucky one. If the time was ever right for you to get a personalized and professional website critique from me, it's now. So my solution to you, I'm offering a personalized 30-minute long screen capture website critique that you can watch over and over and over. To be on a YouTube video, you can own it, and you can watch. I'll go through the whole entire site for 30 minutes, picking out everything that needs to be changed. And of course, it's like watching over my shoulder as I take you step by step, as if you were sitting with me right here in my office and you're watching me critique and help fix your website. That means immediate results and benefits, because I'm going to show you exactly what changes you need to make and how to change them on the critique itself. Also, if you don't know how to do it, you can send the video to your webmaster. You can have somebody, and they can follow the instructions. I do it all the time. And so you don't even have to know how to fix any of this stuff. Your webmaster knows it, but they just don't know these inside secrets. They may know how to change everything, but they don't know about SEO and that kind of stuff. Also, in with this offer tonight, I want to give you your personalized keyword research. We talked about keywords here and how to research the best ones. I'll do that for you with your own research keyword spreadsheet based on your business that you can go ahead and use for the title bars, the file names for pictures, all the blog posts, articles, YouTube videos, anything you need, keyword-rich content. If you ever want to just get that from me as a point, it's a $60 service, but I'm giving it to you as part of this offer. That's not all. I want to throw in these 4 bonuses. Tom Antion's MP3 called 60 Website Tips in 60 Minutes. 2 webinar recordings that I have called Crafting the Perfect Opt-in Strategy that you saw last month. If you weren't privy to that, it was a $20 paid webinar. And of course, another one I did last year called Press Magic, how to get a bunch of traffic through press releases to the site. Of course, the site needs to be fixed before you actually start sending traffic to it. Okay, and then of course, Mark Bullard, my partner Mark Bullard, he created a book called More Than a Website, Optimization ebook, 66 pages. It's a free ebook download. That's $237 in free bonuses, along with the offer tonight that I'm making. So stick with me here, and let me see. Here's someone, Rhonda, that bought this when I did this last, and she said my sister's website and critique was fantastic. GoDaddy designed her site, and she was pissed. They charged her so much money and did not give her what she wanted. So I helped her with that, and she had her webmaster fix everything. She says, "You're the best, thank you." And these are 2 other good friends of mine that got the critique last season when I did this last year. And she said, "Jody says the critique was awesome. I just never looked at my site this way, how a visitor would see it." She was too kind of involved and needed to step back. So I took that process for her and made a video that took her step by step how to get through an often confusing process. And of course, Julia says, "I look forward to learning from you." And she got the web critique and was very happy with it. All right. All this tonight, I'm offering a 30-minute screen capture personal web critique of your entire site, what's wrong with it, page by page, all the information that you need to fix it. You can hand it to your webmaster. You can do it yourself, because I'll show you exactly how to do it, plus all the bonuses, $237 for the bonuses, plus the keyword research, your personal one based on your business, all for 77 measly little dollars over at expertwebwriting.com/critique. I also have a 40 and 40 payment plan if you want to spread the payments out over 2 months. And every single of those bonuses, even on the 40/40 plan, will be delivered immediately. So expertwebwriting.com/critique. I'm giving away another prize. So everyone here needs to say, "I want the prize," because I'm giving another one away. Where is everybody? Carol. Oh, jump that. She said, "I want it." So I'm going to do Carol P. And I'm going to do Al Borowski. Come on, man. Didn't I give this to you already? All right. He begs for it every time. Holy cow, everyone's crazy. Helene, I think it is. Helene Segura. All right, I got you. And I'm giving away one more. Oh, Helene's like pleased with all these exclamation points. I love it. Donna wants the prize. She says, "Donna, okay." You just told me straight up, Donna, you're not scared. You're not scared at all, are you? So Donna gets it. All right, one more. I'm giving away, what, 6 prizes? I'm on the 5th. I'm giving away the 6th prize tonight. That's a $300 worth of stuff I'm just giving away. Okay. She wants the prize too. All right, go over to the website critique and get to now. One more prize. Bradley Snow. Gotcha. Bradley, you're always piping in, so I appreciate all the stuff that you've done. All right, I've got everybody marked down, and we're going to start a Q&A. And I know we had a lot of questions tonight, and I know it's late, so if you don't want to stay late asking questions, that's fine, I understand. But go over to expertwebwriting.com/critique and get the $77 personal website consultation. You've seen what I can do. This is what I do best. This is what I did for hundreds of Tom Antion's mentees. They paid $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000 to have us start out with just the website critique, fix it for them. Not only that, if you want one done by Tom, it's $500 for him to do a screen capture 30-minute critique, and I learned everything from him, and I've been doing them ever since. And I do most of the ones for his people because he's off speaking a lot. So there, 77 could have been 500, but 77 plus the keyword research. Guys got a great deal plus all the bonuses. I love you guys. Glad you're here tonight. I'm glad you spent the time to invest in fixing your website. So I'm offering this as a way to help you, and I really want to do this. All right, Tom says, what about having a sales page on a different main URL from my blog or homepage? It doesn't matter, Tom. A sales page is something that you're always going to link to. The search engines will never, ever really give it any search results because it doesn't have any content to it. So typically, I do sales letters 2 different ways. First off, expertwebwriting.com/critique, where you guys can go now to go get your personal website consultation. That's just part of a gigantic site with hundreds and hundreds of people on it, and they're all sales letters, just a whole bunch of sales letters, all coming off of one domain. And at the same time, I have dedicated domains such as, weightlossevolution.com or something like that. That is its own sales letter. You're linking to sales letters typically, Tom, from articles, blogs, and squeeze pages, and emails, and promotions, and Facebook ads, and webinars and teleclasses like tonight. So you don't really need search positioning for a sales letter, and they're never going to give it to you. So I hope that answered your question. Sophie says, keyword help, please. I can give you all the keyword help you need if you want to do the critique tonight, Sophie, and we can work together for as long as it takes to put in keyword research. If you have a question about keyword research, just put it in the chat box here, and maybe I can get to it. Sheila says, thanks, Colin. Great. He's back from her birthday party. Everyone was missing you. She's out smoky bones, eating ribs and drinking drinks, and I'm here working. Okay, I'm not getting into that. All right. Helen says, got to run. Looking forward to the prize. Thank you. I'm getting all the prizes out tomorrow. I really appreciate that. And CV says, sorry to be dense, but I didn't know how to enter to get a prize. Is the way to do it just by typing I want a prize? Yeah, pretty much. Sorry about that. I guess I should have said something. Usually I say, tell me you want it. Well, I did in the beginning, so if you weren't on time, then I guess you wouldn't have heard me say type it in the chat box. But sorry about that. I feel bad. Maybe I'll give you one, but I'll think about it. Just give me a minute. Wendy says, hi, Colin. I just signed up for your critique. Looking forward to your expert input and guidance. Absolutely. I can't wait. This will be a screen capture video of me going through your entire site, just like I'm doing right now, just like I did with the ones on the critiques here, but 30 minutes worth plus. And they'll be recorded and put on YouTube, not where anyone can see it, but where you can see it on your own private YouTube channel, and you can watch it over and over and over again, fixing all the problems and getting your webmaster and everyone together and sitting down going, how are we going to do this? How are we going to rearrange everything and go in step by step? Immediate results will happen. Trust me. Immediate more traffic from search results, immediate higher search results, and immediate versions on your signups. And people will be happier immediately. So I look forward to doing that. Thank you. CB says, I've listened to several of your webinars and appreciate all the info you have given us. Okay, CB, you know what? I'm going to give you another prize. No, everybody don't ask me for any more, okay? I've already given away like $500 worth of prizes tonight because that's the way I roll. But CB was really nice to, pay me that compliment. James says, is this over-the-top caption for a video? If you need if you need back and neck pain relief, this could be the most important video you watch all year. That's perfect. Excellent. That's very excellent. I like that, James. Good job, my friend. That's a very good video caption. You have to wake people up. You have to punch them in the face. They have to know that without your help, they're suffering. It's not going to stop unless they deal with you. Yvonne says, I came 45 minutes late, but it has still been great. That's good. I appreciate that because it's run over anyway, so that's good. Sophie says, I love your webinars, and I've told many about them. Thanks. Wow, lots of praise here. Everybody get your questions in. It's getting a little late, which means I've got wine to drink and stuff like this because I got to catch up with, birthday girl over here who's probably like half plastered on margaritas by now. And she likes the fancy little ones with the umbrellas, the fruity ones. And, I'm more of a beer man myself. But anyway, Flatter really will get me a prize. Sophie, come on. And all right, I do need that keyword search help. Okay, Sophie, if you don't want to, you can email me tomorrow. I want to send everyone my email in case they have a question tonight and have it. Or have a question later after the webinar. I want to give you my email. Look for it. I'm sending it to everyone right now, my email. It's called videopower@live.com. And you can ask me questions tomorrow. Sophie, if you've got some keyword research questions, you write me at videopower@live.com and I'll answer them for you. I can also do that keyword research spreadsheet for you for $60, and you can just ask me to do that through videopower@live.com, or it'll come free with the critique for $77. So whatever you want to do, plus you get all the bonuses. It's a little bit better deal, obviously, but if you don't have $77, that's cool. If you want to do the keyword research, we can work together on that. CD says, you don't need to read this out loud. Okay, I won't. Wait a minute. Okay, I got you, CD. Thanks. He's just saying how great it was. I appreciate that. There's no reason for me to hide that. Richard says, I made the changes with the fonts on the homepage. Any other way to make them stand out? What, you did that already? While you were on the webinar? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be watching the webinar. Guys are supposed to do this when you go home, probably at home, but you know what I mean. When the webinar is over and my wine, you can go there. But that's funny. Yeah, how to make them stand out. Richard, since you're an old client of mine, I don't mind sending you a little example. Actually, take a look at Colin Martin Consulting on some of those pages.com, and you might see some way to stand out. Usually, Richard, all you got to do is just separate that font that you want to highlight, put it in its own little paragraph between the paragraphs, bump it up like two points on the font from like 18 to 20 or whatever it is. Just bump it up like 2 points and then make it red. And it becomes what's called a subheadline, and it really captures the mind's attention, and it's far more visually stimulating than that yellow background. No one's doing that anymore. It's kind of 80s or something. So you want to avoid a little bit of that and try to use different colors. The blue's fine, red's fine, but beef up the font size so it stands out. Bradley says PayPal has two charges, $77 and $19.95 for crafting the perfect sales letter. Oh, that's from that shouldn't be on there. If you ever see anything in PayPal, you can X out one of the, I don't know why it's doing that. It didn't do it when I tested. I'm not sure why that is. If you have any problem with PayPal, just if you see an item on there that you don't want in checkout, you can X one of them out and it'll delete it. Or you can just come back to the page and see if you can delete them that way. Sorry if you're having any problems with that, Bradley. But if you have any problems with PayPal, just write me and I can take care of it for you. That's fine. Yvonne says, till when can we register for the $77 and expiration date? No, this stands for the rest of the year as far as I'm concerned. So you can get it whenever you want. In fact, I'll be sending out replays and doing this again on another night, and it will stand. Also, the critique, let's say you don't have your website up yet, I'll honor the critique when it's ready. So if you're in the middle of building it and you don't want it critiqued yet and you want to finish it with what you learned, then have me look at it and do the critique, that's fine. I'll honor the critique for as long as it takes. I'm not going anywhere, okay? Richard says red font. Yeah, that's what you mean. Got it. Yeah, exactly what I mean. Bradley says perfect. I'm on it. Good. All right. If everybody gets their questions in, I got the big glass of Chardonnay calling me. Dr. Charlie says, thanks for everything. Talk soon. I'll make all the updates tomorrow. I'm glad you're right on it, Charlie. She was entertaining. Thanks for the great info and fair pricing, Flora says. Thank you. Let's see if you've got any questions here. I wonder who's left, you know. Is anyone left on this? Oh, there's 30 people on here. Still left? Jesus. All right. If anyone wants to get the question, the long one, you know, because we had a lot of fun. If we want 2 sites critiqued, what's the price? Flora. Oh, I actually have a deal since you're getting all the bonuses with the first one. It's only $25 more, but you'll have to contact me through an email. Of course, if you buy the $77 one, I'll have your information. We'll correspond back and forth. And if you want a second one, I have the $25 upsell. And obviously, we'll just take care of that during our correspondence. It's not going to be in the checkout, or there's no website checkout. So I appreciate that. When is part 2, the info that you couldn't fit in tonight? Cecilia, for how long is tonight's offer good? It's good forever. And this other stuff, you know, I'll probably get to it here in a couple weeks. I've already got 6 or 7 weeks worth of webinars already scheduled. So I'll be working it in the spring here. So that's really cool. Good question on that. Let's see. What's a different? Okay, let's see if I can see any more questions. If you have them, get them in. I got to get going. Tom says, screw it, I'm not looking for a prize. I love you, man. You're funny. Oh my god. And all right, I think I saw them earlier. The chat box is huge. All right, Lynn says, Colin, how will you share the critique how to fix, let's say, title tags or H1 tags in WordPress if you deem them changing? Easy. I'll show you exactly how to install, if you don't have it already, your all-in-one SEO pack or the Yoast SEO plugins. They're both free plugins that as soon as you activate the plugin, there'll be a place down at the bottom of every page and every post of WordPress when you're in there writing it. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see a place that says title, description, and tags. That's your meta information, the most critical part of everything we were talking about tonight, Lynn. And you can go in right there and you can use the keyword research spreadsheet I'll give you with the critique, and you can go in there and add them and spread them out through your pages. And I'll show you exactly how to do that, because you can see the source code of any WordPress site, and I can go in and see exactly what your meta title, tags, and description is, even if you don't have the plugins on there. Obviously, they're not going to be there. So you have to have those plugins to make those changes in WordPress, and I can see them without even logging in. So I'll show you exactly how to put it in there yourself, or your web person can do it. So Richard says, write the link to sign up, please. I'm not sure what you mean there. I think it's expertwebwriting.com/critique. I'll send that out to everybody. Fine. All right, $77. I'm out of here, but you can get to the important stuff. Wine and dine. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that. I feel birthday cake calling my name, and some Chardonnay too. All right, have to go. Sheila says, many thanks. Roberta says it was the best webinar she's ever been on. Thank you. Flora says, good night. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I really appreciate your time tonight. And I hope it wasn't a waste. I know it wasn't. Thank you. Lynn says, go ahead and sign up for the critique. I'm going to leave this little link up for a little bit. Lynn says, thank you. Perdita says, thank you. Great stuff. Thank you tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Everyone's got a lot of thank yous in here. This was one of the best ones I ever did. I really appreciate it. He says, drink. Okay, I'm drinking, man. All right, thanks a bunch. Carol says, ordered. Richard says, thank you. Says, thank you. Richard says, enjoy. All right, you guys have a great night. Have any questions? Videopoweritlive.com. I'll answer them. Expertwebwriting.com/critique. Get your $77 super duper deal, and I'll see you later. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'm going to leave the slide up for a few more minutes. So you guys have a great night, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate your time and your dedication to your site, and I would never waste it. And I appreciate you being friends of mine and being on here and being entertaining and supporting all our local businesses. Thank you. Talk to you later.